Today's lesson objective is that students will solve for a variable in a literal equation. So first of all, it's a term that you're probably not used to hearing, a literal equation. What a literal equation is it's an equation with two or more variables. A literal equation is an equation with two or more variables. Okay, and then a formula is an equation that states a rule, and solving for a variable means we're going to rearrange the formula to isolate one of its variables. Okay, so let's think about what the word isolate means. If a person is isolated, that means they're all alone. So we're going to get one of the variables alone. So we're just rearranging a formula. We're not solving for a specific value. So your answer is going to be another equation. Your answer will be another equation. Okay, not a number. All right, so let's take a look at our first example here. We're going to solve f equals I minus gt for I. So what we want to isolate, what we want to get alone, is the I. So right now we are subtracting gt from I, and the opposite of subtraction is addition. So we add gt to both sides. And then I have f plus gt is equal to I. So I've gotten the I alone, and you can rearrange it the other way around if you want to. I equals f plus gt. Either one of those would be correct. So now on your whiteboards, here's a problem for you to do. You want to solve for m. And so we have m minus n is equal to 5. So if you're watching this video at home, pause it and try to solve it on your own. Okay, so we should have added n to both sides. And why isn't this working? Here we go. We should add n to both sides. And so you get that m is equal to n plus 5, or 5 plus n. You can write it in either order since addition is commutative. All right, so in your notes, we're going to try this one. We've got the area of a triangle is given by a equals 1/2 base times height, so we're going to solve for h. So this time we want to get h alone. So h is being multiplied by 1/2 and multiplied by b. So when we want to get rid of a fraction, what do? We multiply by its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/2 would be 2 over 1, or just 2. So we multiply both sides by 2, and now I have 2a is equal to b times h. Okay, h is being multiplied by b, so the opposite of multiplication is division. So I divide both sides by b. And now I have that the height is equal to 2a over b. And that's my new equation. So sometimes you may be given a problem where you have to use that new equation to solve a problem. So for instance, if the area of a triangle is 14 inches squared and the base is 4 inches, we can use that to find the height. So plug in the values that I've just given you and see if you can solve what the height would be in this particular case. Pause the video if you're watching at home. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to take the value for the area and put that in for A, and then we're going to take the value for the base and put that in for B. So the height is going to be 2 times 14 over 4, which is 28 over 4. And so the height would be 7 inches. Okay, so now we have a problem for your whiteboards. We are going to solve for G, and the formula is x equals 1/3 GT squared. So we want to get G by itself. So go ahead and do that on your own. If you're at home, pause the video now. Okay, so again, if we want to get rid of a fraction that's being multiplied, we can multiply both sides by its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/3 would be 3 over 1, or just 3. So we multiply both sides by 3, and then we have 3x is equal to G times T squared. And since we're multiplying times T squared, we can divide both sides by T squared. And so then the final answer would be G is equal to 3x over T squared. Okay, we've got another example for the notes. In this one, we've got S equal to W minus 10E all over M, and we're going to solve for E. So the first thing you want to remember is that a fraction bar is considered a grouping symbol. So W minus 10E is a group that's being divided by M. And so the opposite of dividing by M would be to multiply by M. So we multiply both sides times M, and that way now the m's cancel out on the right side. So now I have m times s is equal to w minus 10e. Okay, now I've got to get rid of the w, so I subtract w from both sides. Now I have ms minus w is equal to negative 10e. So I divide both sides by negative 10. And now e is alone. I've got that e is equal to ms minus w over negative 10. Now, in general, they don't like you to leave a negative sign in the denominator. So what you can do is you can multiply the top and bottom by negative 1. And if you do that, then you get that e is equal to negative ms plus w over 10. Or you can write it and rearrange it w minus ms over 10. And either one of those would be fine. So now on your whiteboards, you're going to solve for y. And we have y plus 4 over x is equal to 6. So try to do this on your own. If you're at home, pause the video before checking the answer. Okay, so we should multiply both sides times x, because this is a group here being divided by x. That way the x's cancel out. And now I have y plus 4 is equal to 6x. And then you just have to subtract the 4. And so y would equal 6x minus 4. Thank you for watching.